everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Seventh Pick. With me, as always, I have Corey, Rodney, and Diabolical. How you guys doing?
Doing
We're
good.
doing good.
You guys can check all these guys out. They have their names on them below. However, we are all also part of the Married to Sports podcast. This episode is brought to you in part by Heaven Sent Hellbent Gear. Go to hshbgear.com, 15% off promo code MARRIED, and by Dugout Mugs. Dude, the Dugout Mugs are really cool. And then Styles Apparel, Styles with a Z, where we keep you the latest fashion of women's apparel. All right, guys, we got the Philly Green Bay game tonight. Uh, let's look at some of these over unders. And Jordan Love, 231 and a half passing yards. We like the over under on that one.
Go ahead, Corey.
I like the over. He's hit it 4 out of 5 times, and we always talk about the Eagles' back end not being very good. So I am liking that. I would maybe it just kind of scares me because it's 231. If it was 200, I'd be perfect. It'd be perfect, but
I was going to say that you talk about the back end, Philly's back end. I'm worried about their front seven because ultimately they can get pressure on him and get him off his game too.
So they're going to be in Green Bay tonight. It's going to be cold. The ball's going to be a lot harder. The loss of their tight end Kraft, that was a huge weapon for them. I just worry that it might be more of a run game than a pass game tonight. I think it's going to come down with Saquon running a lot. I think it's going to be some smash mouth football. I just don't know if Love would make that threshold. I'm skeptical on that one going over, just based on the temperature and him losing one of his best targets. So that one's a tough for me to touch. I don't know if I'm going to touch that one.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure either.
I mean, I see that he's went over 4 out of 5, but like all you said, Dial, all those variables do come into consideration. So, I mean, it's yeah.
I mean, here's my thing: how many passes will be dropped? How many will be tipped? How many will be,
Yes.
I see a lot of underthrows tonight just based on the ball temperature. And I'm not going to bring up Deflategate into this, but there was a reason why they were softening that ball up a little bit up in the New England area, when the weather was extremely cold. So made it easier for the guys to catch it.
I agree.
So we think it's going to be hard for Jalen Hurts to hit his yards at 197 and a half?
I think it's going to come down to running backs tonight, really.
So, what about any of these receivers overs other than Romeo Doubs? I think Romeo Doubs gets his. I think Luke Musgrave will get 29.5 as well.
Well, I mean, that's when I start looking at, like we were saying, receptions. I like the receptions because it could be short, quick out passes, check downs that you'll tally up your marks there.
Yeah.
I definitely took Romeo Doubs for over 4.5 receptions. It doesn't matter if he's 20 yards down the field or running all the way down the field catching it. I think he'll still get more targets now that Kraft's out. And like I said, it's going to come down to if this backup tight end or second tight end can pick up the ball and go with it. So, I got Devontae Smith. They've got all the receivers really: AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, Romeo Doubs, Devontae Smith. They've all got them at 4.5 receptions.
Do y'all like all of those?
I like Romeo Doubs on the over for 4.5 receptions. I think Dallas Goedert would probably be another one, even though, man, he's only been a 4.3. He's only hit 1 out of the last 5 games.
Yeah,
over being 4.5. So that's a tough one. But your tight ends are short passes a lot of the times to get the first down. So that could be a possibility.
One on the yards I do like is Saquon at 14.5 receiving yards. I do like that. He's hit it 3 out of 5, but you know, if we're looking at dump down passes and stuff, but I'm like you. I mean, the receptions is the way to go tonight, I think. The number of receptions.
So take a look at Luke Musgrave, because that's your tight end going tonight for the Packers. If you look at his last 5, he's only had 6 yards, 7 yards, 0 yards, and 5 yards. But the last game, he was at 34 yards for the simple fact he had to plug that role of Kraft. They've got him at 29.5 receiving yards. I think I'm going with that one over.
I like that one.
Because he's going to be your guy, and Jordan Love, as much as he like Kraft, he's probably going to try to use that tight end just as much.
That's how I feel about Dallas Goedert as well.
Yeah.
At 35.5. Now, here's the thing. He had 110 2 weeks ago, and then he was 18 and 28. And he's only hit it twice out of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But he's great in the end zone. He's utilized in the end zone a lot.
Yeah,
I might look at Goddard for maybe a touchdown.
Here's the thing. The reason I said Saquon, this is just something I thought of. Saquon for the 14.5, okay? I like that because when you go down to his rushing yards, I like Tank Bigsby for the 7.5 rushing yards for the Eagles.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I mean, that's the way I look at it is, I was trying to take.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that, Corey.
I mean, he just started 2 weeks ago really getting to play because, he just came over from Jacksonville. So,
and I mean, I still cannot believe they shipped him out. I mean, I liked Bigsby in college. He was great at Auburn. And I
liked him in Jacksonville.
Well, he was just undervalued. I mean, he didn't get a lot of attention in college because Auburn wasn't one of the premier teams at the time.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is at 65.5 rushing yards. Saquon's at 77.5 rushing yards. But you go down to their rushing and receiving yards, you got Saquon at 96.5, and you've got Josh Jacobs at 86.5. Realistically, I think both of those can get those on the ground without being in the air.
They can. Go ahead. I was just saying they can. I agree with you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd Rod go?
All right, so I took Saquon or Dallas Goedert and Luke Musgrave both for yards. I took Tank for rushing yards. And I'll take Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs for rushing and receiving yards. Devontae Smith for 5 catches.
Okay.
I like that one. How do y'all feel about A.J. Brown? He's hit 3 out of the last 5.
Talking about receiving?
Yeah, receptions, yeah.
Him and Devontae Smith are almost identical. They're both 3 out of the last 5.
Yeah.
Just different games. That's the problem. Yeah, it seems like one of them's favored over the other one every other week.
It's almost like we should take the whole reception line, really, at that number 4.5, because there are going to be some targets in the game. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
that number. Do y'all agree?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very weird matchup this week. I know they're both NFC, but damn, it's just an odd game because I'm looking. Like I said, I'm throwing in all the variables here of the weather, the temperature, um, where each of these teams are at right now because they're both suspect. Their records are. I know what their records are, but they're suspect records. You know what I mean? And honestly, I have the advantage for the Eagles tonight. I just do. I'm still not sold on Green Bay at all.
What about AJ Brown at 57.5 or Devontae Smith at 52.5? I mean, they're both 3 for 5.
Let me look at their receiving.
If I was picking that, because I was looking at that too, Brandon, I almost would want to take Devontae Smith.
All right, so you remember it was just 3 weeks ago that the whole drama of AJ Brown, whether he's going to be in Philly or not, and then the Phillies came out and said we're absolutely not trading him. And if you notice, what happened after that, you had an 80-yard game and then a 121-yard game. So something changed. There must have been a discussion that made him and his agent happy that things would probably be resolved at the end of the season, in the offseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it sounds like he started balling again because if you notice, he had a 7-yard game and a 43-yard game, and that's when he was moaning. Does that make sense to you guys? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like all of a sudden he's got a better attitude. So guess what? He's now catching. I'm going to take him for over the 57.5 yards.
Yeah. Me too.
I did them both. I like it.
I've only got 5 that I took for this game, and that's Bigsby for over 7.5 yards, Barkley over 14.5 receiving yards, Jacobs over 65.5 rush yards, Dobbs over 4.5 receptions, and Brown 57.5 reception yards.
All right, let's do some comparisons here.
Huh?
Let's do some comparisons here.
I went with the Dobbs on the receptions.
Yep.
I went with Musgrave for the. Now it went down to 28.5 receiving
did.
yards.
Yes, it did.
So I like that better. I got Tank Bigsby for the 7.5, more than 7.5 rushing yards.
Yep.
Saquon over 96.5 rushing receiving yards. And Josh Jacobs, 86.5, more than 86.5 rushing receiving yards. And AJ Brown was under the, well, more than 56.5, but it went down to 56.5 from 57.
I've got Dobbs at over 4.5 receptions. I've got Musgrave at over 28.5 receiving yards. Tank Bigsby over 7.5 rushing yards. I took Josh Jacobs on a receiving rushing touchdown pick.
Okay.
And then I took AJ Brown over the 56.5 yards.
Okay.
We're all kind of aligned here, but just a little twist on a couple of them.
Yeah, we're lined with 3 so far. Till Brandon. Brandon, what was yours, buddy, again?
AJ for 56
Okay.
and a half. Josh Jacobs for 87. Luke Musgrave for 29. Saquon for 97, rushing and receiving. Dobbs at 54.5 because I couldn't do a hedge and pick the receptions. But I still think Dobbs is going to be a big target tonight.
Yeah.
Tank Bigsby, 7.5 rushing yards. Dallas Goedert, 34.5 yards. And Devontae Smith at 53.5 yards.
Yeah, so we are all agreement in the Bigsby, Dobbs, and Brown one.
Yeah.
So it's just the other 2 picks or 3-4 picks that we're all just kind of like, eh. We've had a couple that, like you and Musgrave had. Did 2 of you or 3 of you did it?
I did Musgrave.
Okay, so 3 of you did Musgrave. I was the only one that didn't touch it.
You took
All right, looking at
Dobbs
the
on the
NBA.
yard, right, Brandon? You took Dobbs on the yards, right?
I did, yeah.
So you could hedge the bet. I'm thinking about the same thing.
All right, guys. Are you guys done with football?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So looking at basketball, the games that I saw were the Lakers, Charlotte,
Yep.
the San Antonio, Chicago, Milwaukee, and Dallas, and New Orleans and Phoenix.
All right, let me get there.
All right, I got
What game are we looking at?
Los Angeles and Hornets, the Lakers and Hornets up right now. So, how do we feel? You see anything on the points line sticking out to y'all?
There's a couple that I looked at that I like. I like Jake LaRivia for the 9 points. And I actually like Austin Reeves for 24.5. But it is his first game back since being out a couple games. So
I mean, honestly, I really like the Jake LaRivia for 3.5 rebounds. He's hit it 5 of 5. The shortest amount he's got is 5. So he seems to be clearing that pretty well. But the Marcus Smart for 8.5 points. I really like the Marcus Smart for 8.5.
I like your rebounds on LaRivia. I do like
so
that
do
one.
I. So do I.
I like the Marcus Smart points because you look at first 4 he hit, he had an off game. What normally happens when you have an off game?
You come back. Yeah.
Come back. You know what I mean?
Not mean, Rod.
I know I saw them. You
should change your name to Not Mean Podcast.
There you go.
So are y'all all in agreement?
On the rebounds?
Yeah,
We're
Reevy
all in
on the
agreement on the rebound, but I mean Marcus Smart.
I like it, but I don't think everybody else agrees.
I like I'm looking at the last 5 of Musa Diabate, if I'm saying that right. 8.5 points. He's had 10, 11, 17, 6, and 10.
I think Smart is not a bad one. I like it. He has got, he's gotten to play more. The only thing that makes me worry about Marcus Smart is his mouth. It's
Are you
serious.
gonna be at the game
Unfortunately,
sitting near the bench and hear it? I mean, that's funny.
yeah. Well, the
Well-
thing is he came close from getting ejected the other night.
I know.
He gets close to getting
Corey.
ejected almost every game because he doesn't know how to.
It sounds like somebody I know
Yeah,
that gets bananaed.
Bobby?
No, I think he's sitting right here in the panel.
maybe once. I said a word.
Well, we got to watch your mouth now.
I know. But I do. I mean, I do. As long as he,
Oh man.
I do like Marcus Smart. That's the only thing that worries me about him. Doncic is the other one too, because he's gotten better this year. But previous to this year, the refs could get in his head because he spends half the time arguing with them.
All right, are y'all still on the LA game?
Yeah.
We're taking the smart one, right?
I'm laying off of that.
All right.
I only took one pick, and that was the rebound 3.5.
What about this Zion James?
Rookie from Duke.
Yeah. 8, 15, 6, and 10. But when I pulled up his minutes, he's averaging like 32 minutes a game.
Yeah. He is
That one-
getting some burn for sure.
I like that one.
Dio, what do you think?
You talking about the 7.5 points?
Yeah. 8, 15, 6, 10.
Yeah, let's go with it. I like it. I think he could get 7.5.
I do have another one that I do like on this game, and it's down at the blocks. It's Kalkbrenner for the Hornets, 2 blocks. He's had 3, 4, 4, 4, 4.
I was looking at that earlier. I like that one.
And he doesn't move away from the basket too far either.
Wow, that is crazy.
I like that one.
Actually, what I really went down looking for, which they didn't have it in here, I actually went down to see what they would have Smart as for steals, and they don't have him in the steals. So
Yeah, but look at Doncic has got. They got him at 1.5 steals. He's had 0, 0, 3, 5, and 1.
yeah, but that's how I seen that Kalkbrenner one. I was like, okay, wait a minute.
Marcus Smart's on blocks and steals for 1.5 blocks. He's got 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Hit 5 of 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On the defense, he's a pest.
I kind of like this Jackson Hayes, 5 points and assists.
You got to remember,
He's a
he's pretty
center.
much he's a rim runner.
The thing about that, when it comes to basketball or hockey, I tend to sprinkle across multiple games
Yeah,
for the fact that you find that one low-hanging fruit on each one, because you're kind of like, it's probably going to hit, and then I move on to the next game.
All right,
I
so
do.
are you guys interested in the Wizards and Pistons or Cleveland and Heat?
Well, I wanted to look at Orlando Magic real quick.
Okay.
Go to the rebounds and look at Franz Wagner.
yeah.
5.5 rebounds.
Oh, I didn't see that game. I'm so sorry.
He's got a 5, 6, 5, 6, and 9.
Yes, I took him last night. He hit yesterday.
So I'm looking at that going, I like that one, but that's the only one I like in that game. Now they've got
That's the only one you
Goga.
like in that game?
Goga's only been 2 out of 5 on his, and I don't like that pick. 5 rebounds.
one I like, but I'm not guaranteeing I would take it. Is Jeremy Grant at 17 points. I know it's been 18, 16, 18, 20, 18. He is on the high side of that. So,
Jeremy.
yeah.
That's such a tricky number, man.
It is. It is. That's the tricky one. That's why I said I was like,
What about this Tristan Da Silva? 19, 2, 20, 11, and 12. All you need is 10 points.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you somebody I took a lot last year. And he did, but it's a totally different team, obviously, because he was playing for the Celtics. I took Drew Holiday a lot last year, and he hit a lot for me.
I like him at points, rebounds, and assists at 27.5.
Well, look, they've got him down for 4 rebounds. He's got 5, 3, 3, 6, and 9.
Yes. Like I said, that was last year that I took him a lot when he was on the Celtics.
That's doable.
It is. It's between him and Westbrook is who's the top best rebounding point guard in the league.
You said Drew Holiday for 4 rebounds?
Yeah.
Are y'all taking that?
I'm going to.
I'm going to.
I like it too.
The only other game I would probably look at, that San Antonio-Chicago game could be interesting.
And you got Milwaukee at Dallas.
Oh, there's good games tonight. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes for 10 points, 13, 14, 24, 15.
Where are we
All
at,
right.
Brandon?
So look at Josh Giddey just for points tonight. He was at a 32, 23, 29, and then he put up a 16 and a 15. They got him 20 and a half tonight. Does he have a third game in a row where he's just ice cold?
I don't think so.
What was that on points and rebounds? They don't even have him for me.
No, points.
Oh, points.
Straight up points.
I like that one. And I like the Harrison Barnes on points too.
Did Josh Giddey for 21?
I mean, I just don't see him having a third game in a row where he's non-existent, you know?
That is true.
I agree.
Harrison Barnes.
I do like Harrison Barnes on that one.
Yeah, because I mean his lowest point total in the last 5 games was 10.
Yeah.
That one was a no-brainer.
All right, I'm taking it.
Which one?
Harrison Barnes.
All right, y'all gonna call me crazy, but I got 12 picks.
Dang, how did you do that already?
Because he deposited. When you don't deposit, you can only go up to 8.
Yeah, let me run down my basketball picks for you guys real quick. Jake LaRavia, 3.5 rebounds more. Zion James, 7.5 points more. Marcus Smart, 1.5 blocks plus steals. Took the over. Everything I've taken the over on.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner, more than 5.5 rebounds. Drew Holiday, more than 4 rebounds. Josh Giddey, more than 20.5 points. Harrison Barnes, more than 10 points. Those are my basketball picks. And then the rest of them you knew were the Romeo Dobbs at over 4.5 receptions. Luke Musgrave over 28.5 receiving yards. Tank Bigsby over 7.5 rushing yards. And A.J. Brown over 56.5 receiving yards. And I took Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions.
I am gonna. There's one else that I like, but it's only because I've won twice with him so far in the last week, and that's that Julian Champagnie. 13 points.
Champagne.
Whatever. Points, rebounds, and assists.
I like that one too.
13.
All right. I like that one too. I mean, he did good last time we had him.
All right.
All right,
I'm
that's
moving on to Milwaukee and Dallas. If you guys want to stay there and you guys see another one, let me know.
Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was just moving on.
Oh, go ahead and move on. What you got?
Yeah.
I've not seen anything yet. I just now flipped over. I kind of like the Anthony Davis at 21 and a half. I think he's
The
good
only
for
thing
22.
is about
but
him, Brandon, I have him on my fantasy. This is his first game back.
he gets too often hurt.
That's my biggest problem with him.
What about this Najee Marshall? 10 points, 7, 9, 7, but then 16 and then 30.
Yeah, he's been hot last couple games.
Who is that one?
Najee Marshall.
Najee Marshall.
For 10 points. So I had a neighbor in the near me being loud, so I can hear you. Najee Marshall, what one did y'all like?
What
I like the
Brandon was
Najee
talking about
Marshall
just a
for
minute
10
ago.
points.
Yeah, the points.
Well,
I didn't take it, but I do like it. You do got me wondering about Anthony Davis, though. Because it's 21 and a half points or 35 and a half points, rebounds, and assists.
On which
and
one?
Anthony Davis.
I'm looking at that.
36, 44, 38, and 40.
And the,
I mean,
the 8 was when he got hurt. So,
If he gets you 20 and 10, that's 30. But he's going to have to get you 5 assists.
yeah.
Brandon, you stream tonight, right?
Yeah.
You're a good man.
So, Najee Marshall is 17 and a half points, rebounds and assists, 9, 13, 17, 27, and 40.
Mm-hmm. He has definitely got more burn.
I'll tell you another one to look at, guys. Kyle Kuzma, 17 and a half points, rebounds, assists. 24, 20, 21, 20, and his last one was 13. What do y'all think about that one?
Not bad.
I like the Kuzma. I mean, of those two, Kuzma and Najee Marshall, which one would y'all do?
I would probably go Najee Marshall now because Najee Marshall's been getting more burn lately.
All right. I just saw the Kuzma stats. That's what I was asking. All right. I'm done with this. This is my parlay. I got Jake Olivia, more than 3.5 rebounds. Zion James, more than 7.5 points. Ryan Kaltburner, more than 2 blocks. Franz Wagner, for more than 5.5 rebounds. Drew Holiday, more than 4 rebounds. Josh Giddey, for more than 20.5 points. Harrison Barnes, more than 10 points. Najee Marshall, more than 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Rodney, it's too late. The games have already ended. It took you too long.
Ah, damn it. I was looking for that last one. Wait, one entry failed here. Why did it fail? Oh, I know why.
I need one more pick.
Did you take the Giddy?
Yeah, I took it.
I went to the Cleveland game. I did go get Sam Morril for 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Because he only hit 8 points last night, but he also had like 6 assists last night.
I like that one too. All right. So I took Jake LaRivia, 3.5 rebounds. Zion James, 8 points. Drew Holiday, 4 rebounds. Josh Giddey, 21 points. Harrison Barnes, 10 points. Julian Champagne, 13 points of rebounds and assists. Bobby Portis for 10 points. And Sam Morril, 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Wait.
I like it.
Bobby Portis, that's not even my pick. I need one more pick. I knew I didn't do that one.
I found one in the New Orleans Phoenix game. There's a couple I liked on that, but
let's look at it. Which one?
That Royce O'Neal at 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. 20, 21, 17, 23, 24.
I won't be able to do that one and put I won't be able to do the hedge pick.
Gotcha.
I ended up having to do the all-in on that other one, last one, because we had that special.
I like that Herbert Jones for 11.5 points too on that game.
Who is this Nikola Jovic? Not Joker, but the other guy.
No, he's a younger player.
5 rebounds. He went 3, 4, 3, 4, and then 9. Which makes it look like he just had some more playing time. Because he went from 9, 7, 5, 10 to 29 in points.
Yes, he got some playing time. He got more playing time.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hillel Larson, 10 points. Last 5, 17, 7, 6, 19, 16.
I did like that one too. I just didn't take it, but I liked it.
And then Davion Mitchell, 9.5 points, 8, 8, 10, 9, 11.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jalen Tyson, 8.5 points, 18, 18, 10, 10, 17.
That was the other one. Yep, Tyson.
Done.
Yep. Is that the one you took as Tyson?
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that, right at 40 minutes.
Yep, perfect.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully we've been able to help you guys get your parlays done and help you guys get situated. This has been another episode of The 7th Pick. My name is Brandon. With me, as always, Rodney, Dio, and Corey. This episode was brought to you by Heaven Sent Hellbent Gear. Go to hshbgear.com. 15% off with promo code MARRIED. Styles, apparel, and check out Dugout Mugs. Thank you guys so much.